Anyway, hey y'all. Hello everybody. It's your hosts, Sabrina and Mistress Angela. So as you guys, if you're seeing her more, don't blame me.
Facts.
You asked for it.
Facts.
So listen, I don't know if you guys know this, but we don't practice, we don't really, we talk about it sometimes. Like we'll say, hey, I'll call Angie and say, hey, I want to talk about this. Or she'll say, hey, she'll text me and say, hey, let's talk about that. But we never like practice, research. We just start talking. So this is not my fault. I got a text that said what she wanted to talk about. And then just now, when we're getting on set, I almost said, hey, what direction do you want to go with this topic? Then I said, nope, don't tell me. Right?
Facts.
I was like, don't tell me.
Facts.
The show is better when I don't know.
Facts.
So somebody texted me and said, I want to talk about keeping it juicy.
Yes.
Now, my mind went at least 3 different directions when I saw keeping it juicy. But I didn't ask, so here we go. Mistress Angela,
So
keeping
first,
it juicy. What
we
we
need
doing?
to toast first.
Toast to juicy.
Keeping it juicy. Let's toast to it.
We're just drinking a little Sauvignon Blanc.
Ooh.
A little daytime, a little something.
A little something.
Yeah, I haven't had, well, I was going to say I haven't had a drink in a minute, but that's not true. I just had one on Saturday.
Facts.
But a glass of wine, I haven't had in a minute. So.
Summertime wine is great.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
So let's get to it.
Let's get into it. Go ahead.
Keeping it juicy. So as you guys know, I'm a sexologist, and what I do is educate and elevate people in their intimate lives, right?
I'm taking notes.
Girl, take them notes.
Go ahead.
So it's summertime. So how do you keep it juicy, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of response from people saying my life is perfect, and I just want to be able to spice it up a little bit. Even if your life is not perfect, I say let's spice it up, right? Because it can make it much better than what it is. So when I think about keeping it juicy, I'm thinking about the joy of intimacy, right? How do you bring that fun and that fire into the bedroom or into whatever room you're in? And that's part of keeping it juicy, right? So juicy. Juicy is when you are so excited about seeing your partner. Let's think about that. Think about the last time you were excited about being intimate with your partner. Okay, crickets. What made you so excited about seeing them? Was it because they make you feel so amazing, or when they hug you, you just melt into each other's arms, or is it the way they kiss you, or what is it that makes you excited or aroused, right, to see that person that you connect with intimately? If you really got to think more than 60 seconds, then we need to learn how to keep it juicy. Did you come up with something?
I don't have to think about anything, because...
Whatever. Hold on.
Oh, you got is that Moroccan? Baby waves? What are
Yes,
those?
these are little shakers.
I didn't even see that. I thought you had your...
I have both. You know, I'm feeling I'm keeping it juicy. These, came from, you remember that time I was somewhere and I went to see Stephen Marley? And I called you so excited. Stage? I was on stage, and this is my souvenir from that show, right?
With the Marley?
Yes, it was the most amazing time. I kept it juicy.
She called me about that. I thought she had won the lottery because she was so hyperventilating. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, what is it? What is it? Okay, sorry.
It's so hyperventilating, right? When was the last time you hyperventilated after an intimate experience? I'll wait.
I'm not telling my business. Oh, you want me to share?
You don't have to share, but if you want to share, please do.
I don't want nobody doing the math. And wait a minute. I didn't see her.
You can just say the last time I was with somebody, they rocked my world, right? You can say that.
I can say that?
You can say that.
Oh, that's not what I would say.
Okay, well, what if you want to say? Oh, the stutter came out. It must have been juicy.
Get on with your information. Y'all know I'm shy.
I am too. So think about that.
You are too?
I am shy.
Right, go ahead.
I am shy. Sometimes I'm shy.
We'll do a show about that. Go ahead.
Anyway, so were you like smiling? Have you ever laughed when you had an intimate relationship, right? Sometimes
intimate relationship or intimate relations?
Intimate relations. Thank you for the corrections.
All right. Yeah.
Like if you had an orgasm and you was just so giddy from it, you were laughing, or maybe something happened. It was a oops, in the intimate moment, right? And you were able to laugh about it.
Oh, okay.
You know, either one of those. Like
Yeah.
I've had orgasms where I think by the time it was over, both of us had reached that pivotal, that spot, that G spot, right? And I think we both laughed. I think that's one of the best things you can do is laughing together, right? So how do you get that, or do you have it?
How do you, Mistress?
Oh, let me tell you. Let me spill stuff.
Are we doing A, B, and C, 1, 2, and 3? What we doing?
We can do how you want to do it.
Okay, number 1.
Number 1.
How to keep the juicy, get the juicy.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
So let's say that you're in a mood, right? You're in a hot, steamy mood, and your hormones are raging, and you're thinking about your boo, right? So maybe just send them a little text message during the day at work. You know, do something different that you don't usually do, right? Do something out of the blue. So if you don't text, then text. Maybe send a little cute picture. I wouldn't send nudes unless you trust the person you sending nudes to. But you can send a little sex text and say, "Hey, I can't wait to see you later. I can't wait to whatever it is, snuggle with you. Whatever your love language is with that person, do a random text, right? And then do that, but be able to follow up with it. A lot of times we'll do things and we can't follow up, or by the time we get to that person, life has happened and we're out of the mood, right? So I want you to be able to keep that mood throughout the day. Yeah. So you send a text message, or you call and leave a little voice message, right? Say, hey boo, got something special for you when you get home. Come straight home, or meet me wherever we meet at, whatever it is, and do something special. When they come, let's just say you're at your house.
Are you saying C-O-M-E? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, look at you already there. That's what's up.
No, I didn't know where you were going. I'm sorry.
So when you connect, maybe do something special for them, right? Maybe if it's their favorite drink or a favorite snack or whatever that is, do something special and maybe plate it in a special way, or maybe feed it to them or give them that drink, or whatever the situation may be. And this can work for male or female, right? I'm just using a him because
I understand.
So do something special. Make them feel like you're excited to see them. Maybe try to get home or get to that space that you guys are going to connect at a little early and shower. Maybe make yourself a little sexy, right? And that could be anything. It could be just a shirt. If you come in from work, unbutton the shirt. See, like this, I have a bra on underneath it. But then you just open it up a little bit and make it provocative. That's step 1. Okay? Set the mood. Step 2, now, so you guys are together now, right? Maybe run a shower. Make sure they're set up for a shower, right? I like to do candlelights and music a lot of times. It's my go-to because I like to relax. And partners that typically, especially masculine energy, they don't really think about doing that type of thing. So when you take a moment to do something special for them like that, that's a real loving gesture, right? That's a very caring gesture. So maybe start the shower for them, maybe have a robe or have something you want them to put on, or maybe nothing at all, right? You like that, didn't you? So maybe do something like that for them. Or if you don't want to do a shower and your intimate moment may just be cuddling up and watching TV, then maybe have a special dinner ready. Maybe order some food on the way home or to your destination and have it set out really nicely, right? There's nothing like having music and sitting down and talking and debriefing from your day or laughing about whatever's going on before you go into another space. So get intimate, connect with them some type of way. Yeah. Step 2, connection.
So step 1 is get it ready. Step 2 is connecting. Okay. I'm scared of step 3. Go ahead.
Step 3. Step 3. They're all my favorites, right? So step 3. Wow.
Say what it is.
Say what it is. When you're actually in that moment and you're in the bedroom or in whatever room, I challenge you, if you're at home, maybe try some different spaces. Maybe your living room, maybe the hallway, maybe the bathroom, maybe the bedroom, whatever your comfort level is. And make them feel desired, right? A lot of times as women, especially in this phase of our life, in the 50 plus club, a lot of times we want to lay back and be taken care of, right? But sometimes if you switch it up, and this is not your usual space, and if you're more the aggressor in the two, and when I say aggressor, I don't mean you just got to jump on them or whatever, but you're initiating everything, which is why we started with the text message. We started, second was with the making the space romantic or sensual. like sensual, better, and romantic. But anyway, so be the aggressor. Maybe massage their hands or massage their shoulders. Give them a little baby massage for a minute. Just get that skin to skin contact, and build the arousal point, right? Entice them and get them connected with you. You know, you can bring in some feathers, or you can bring in some honey, or you can bring in some whipped cream, right? Have some little props is the best thing to say, right? Have some props and really just enjoy the playtime together, because really intimacy is about playtime. It's when you get to connect and have fun, and you get to put everything outside of your head and just focus on that person and they focus on you. So creating that play space. Have you ever used whipped cream or anything like that?
I don't want to talk about that. Okay. I don't want to talk about that. You know.
So let's just say.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, well, we're going to do it.
You talk about something, and then who you don't know who's watching, then they be like, I never did it, but who are you talking about? See, too much.
Oh, I live your life all the time.
I know you live your life.
I've had people call me and say, hey, do you remember when we did such and such? You never talk about that. I'm like, it's time and place for everything, right? So whipped cream, let's use whipped cream for example. Whipped cream and some fruit. Let's do that. So maybe maybe if they're on their stomach and you're massaging their back, you have some oils or whatever, let's do some edible oil, something that you can actually taste. You can do an olive oil or what's another oil? Grapeseed oil or something like that. And it absorbs in your skin really well, so there's no residue. Coconut. Look at you knowing some stuff. Go ahead.
That's what I heard.
That's what you heard. So start with the oil massage, and then maybe just have the whipped cream on the side. Have it cold, and have your fruit, maybe some grapes, some strawberries, some pineapple, whatever it is that you want to do. Something small that you can pick up with your mouth, right? Because the idea is that you can put the whipped cream on their back, maybe spread it down their spine, and then put some fruit down their spine, right? And then what you're going to do is gradually eat that off their back. When I tell you what I heard and what I know. Hold on. Okay, that's the keeping a juicy moment. You take that off their body and then you flip them over. Well, not flip over, have them turn over on their back, and then continue whatever the direction that you guys want to go. If it's oral sex, if it's, kissing and nibbling on the neck, if it's kissing them, if it's gazing in the eyes, whatever it is that you guys do when you're together, then do that. Make that journey amazing. You have comments? No?
It's your show. Go ahead.
No, juicy. No, it's our show.
Let's keeping it juicy. Go ahead. I got it's something, but
you have some questions.
You go ahead.
You have some questions.
I'm keep drinking. You go ahead.
And then when enjoy it, explore their body, like the sensitive spots are, your thighs, the inner thigh. So I heard, right? The neck is very sensitive for most people, right?
That's a spot for me.
Is your spot? Okay. Whoever out there is.
I don't like to talk about stuff. I saw your show.
You want to talk about it? But do those sensitive spots. If it's a long, deep, intense kiss, then do that, right? Those are hot, and that does something to you. Yes, a little nipple here and there. Elevate to that throat. Elevate to that throat orgasm, right? That we talk about. Go ahead. Oh,
no.
That you were saying, so you were scratching. So let it explore. Just do something different. If you guys have been thinking about doing some type of kink, right? Maybe have some props there. Like if you wanted to try handcuffs before, this is a person you trust, right? Make sure they know that it's here. It's not really locked or whatever it is. Or use a scarf, and maybe a blindfold. I would say blindfolds are really
very mysterious.
Yes.
And it also takes you out of your comfort zone if you are claustrophobic in any way.
Or a control freak.
But I would say I have trust issues or a control freak. If you allow yourself to do that, it kind of takes you out of that.
It does. It makes you vulnerable.
General way to do that.
Vulnerability and sexuality is like the hugest thing.
It's important.
For the most amazing orgasms that you can have, right? I talk about body orgasms and all the different type of orgasms you can have, and when you allow yourself to be vulnerable in your most intimate space, those orgasms just continue to level up, right? So again, the props that we talked about, start on their back, and then have them turn over. And if you want to continue with the props and you're having fun and they're enjoying it, and it's really driving them like crazy, like please come and take me now, you know what I mean? And you want to make it a little longer, then keep doing that, right? Sometimes, like you have candle wax, right? A candle wax thing, you can do hot and cold temperatures, especially with the blindfold and trying to figure out what you're going to do next. Just making sure that they know that you're not going to do anything that's going to cause harm, or have a safe word if you do that, right? So those props and doing that, and the intensity of the kisses, then, you know, wherever it goes is where it goes. Hopefully, you know, a happy ending, as we like to say, and multiple happy endings, right? Because this is a part of coaching that I do, is that when we're talking about having all-nighters, right? How do you, as a man, can orbit your orgasms where you're not ejaculating all the time, and you can continue to go throughout the night? You would drive her crazy. I don't know, I was going to say my curse word, but I won't say that. But you can enhance their relationship. That shit crazy.
Oh.
You know?
I'm like, what curse word could you use? Oh yeah, I heard you say it. I heard you say, you say bad shit if you want
yeah.
to.
Oh yay. So do those type of things and let it orbit throughout. It's nothing like passing out from an all-nighter with your partner, and the next morning you're getting up and going to work, or if it's a Saturday and you're relaxing and you're happy and you're joyful and you're a lot lighter. So keeping it juicy is doing those, taking the time to be with that partner and being intentional about what you bring to the table. It's not just because, let me say this, a lot of times we get into the space that this is what I'm supposed to do, let me just give you what you want and I'm done. Right? You know,
you're not really enjoying it.
Right. So learn how to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then of course I got you and we can talk about it, but learn how to enjoy it. If it's been months, or I would say even 30 days since the last time you had an intimate connection, and you have a partner, that's way too long. Way too long. Did I say it again?
Yeah, it's
way too long.
If you have a partner. If you have a partner, period, I mean a partner that lives in the same house with you. Doesn't matter.
Wow. I would say it doesn't really matter. I think you have to connect at least once a month. At least.
Once a month.
At least. Again, this is a conversation about that holiday sex we talked about.
That's amazing. I can't do it. I can't talk about it.
A lot of couples don't even have intimacy on once a quarter. And they're frustrated, and they're sexually have sexual attention because they're not doing anything. And we oftentimes as women don't think about it because we're doing a bunch of other things. And like, okay, well, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Right. But if you have a partner, that's a key part of being intimate and staying connected, is when you're in that loving space, that sensual space. So, so have fun with it. Let it ride out. If you're not a screamer and you want to scream, then scream. If you're just do something different than you usually do, make yourself engaged in the situation. Be engaged.
Can we pause this for a minute?
Yes.
I know we don't do retakes. We show you all the craziness. I gotta step out just for a second. Because somebody is trying to get in the chair with you. Yeah.
That's because I'm talking about that juicy juice.
Okay, so you got this?
I think I got it for a second. Again, she leaves me all the time. I think that's why I had that title, so she can walk away. So we were talking about props and having that intimacy point. Use whipped cream and fruit, for example. And talk about it afterwards, right? Like the next day or that night after you guys have done whatever it is you do intimately. If it's penetration, if it's just oral sex, if it's just cuddling, then talk about how it felt, right? Like, oh my God, that was cool. Thank you. You know what I mean? Sometimes we forget to give gratitude in our sensual lives. Welcome back.
Thank you. Hi.
In our sensual lives, we don't give gratitude. So maybe sometime in the next couple, within the next day, say, hey, oh my God, that was so sweet what you did. I love what you did. Or thank you for making me feel special. Give gratitude in your intimate relationships as well. If you can say it right afterwards, then say it right afterwards. I have no problem.
I think it's sexy to say thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you for that. Oh my God, thank you. And mean it from the bottom of your soul. Mean it from the bottom of your soul. So keeping it juicy is that. Keeping it juicy is also, play dates with your partner where you're outside of your comfort zone. Maybe go to the park together. Maybe work out together. Share some playlists with each other, right? Music is a true connector of a relationship. So maybe just play some music in the car together and vibe. Oftentimes when I do road trips with anybody, it could be friends, partners, or kids or whatever, we always have a playlist that makes it fun, right? And that's the best part of the trip a lot of times, even though everybody complains about getting in the car, but if we're going to like Florida somewhere quick, like 5 hours, having a playlist and having just conversation is one of the sexiest things you can do in any type of relationship, but especially with a partner. I remember once we had a game, a person that I was kicking it with, and we would go back and forth with our songs. They would play a song, and then I would play a song, and it was just amazing and fun. Sorry about that. The things, how we talk to each other about the song through the songs. Like I might have played Prince, Erotic City, and they might have played something else, right? So those type of things are really fun and keeping it juicy. So by the time you get to your destination, you know, you're getting excited, you're relaxing, you're having fun, and you put the stress of the world to the side. So I'm gonna pause for a second because I do want to hear your voice just a moment or two, and share something or some thoughts that's popped in your head while I've been talking.
So keeping it juicy was about pretty much keeping your relationship or partnership or connection going, exciting. I thought when you said keep it, my first thought was, so this is also connected because keeping it, well, that might help, but like for menopausal women, keeping it juicy. I thought you meant keeping their vagina.
We can go there.
Juicy. I know you can.
We will.
So I'm bringing it up. Because I know a lot of, not a lot, but I know there are women who are struggling, or not, you know, struggling is dramatic,
right?
But it could be a struggle for some, but like don't know what to do, are embarrassed that they're no longer naturally juicy. They have to use enhancers to be juicy. Yes. And there are a lot of things out there that people use that maybe it would be helpful.
Absolutely.
If we talk about that, because sometimes people don't want to keep, it's hard to keep the relationship juicy because they're not juicy.
Right. So let's go there. Okay. I automatically went to relationships because
I love it.
Yeah, it's summertime.
It's all connected though.
Yeah, it is. So when you are thinking about yourself, right? As you mentioned, the dryness. I experience dryness sometimes, right? There are some really great products out there that you can use that are that would make sure that you can stay moist, right? I would use something that is, and my brain just frozen, and I can put it in the show notes later. But your oils that will, or lubes that you can use for your body. Make it fun when you use a lube. Try to lube yourself first. If you're a person that provides self-pleasure for yourself, then try some different lubes so then you can kind of know what you need and what you like. The lubes that heat up, the lubes that are just a basic lube, or you have lubes with flavors. Make it a part of the fun. When I was going through a space where I needed to have lube, I let my partner use that with me as well. But I also tried the lube first by myself to see if I had a reaction to it. Right. So the first thing is to try a lube. And again, I'll put it in the show notes about what type of lubes you should go for. Not necessarily the brands, but what you're looking for in a lube. Another part of that, when you are going through menopause, and I say this so much, but a lot of times we stay in our head. And when we stay in our head, it does impact your vagina, right? It impacts your arousal spaces. So I'm going to the space where I'm in my head and I'm not, something's wrong in a relationship or whoever I'm with, and I need lube because I just can't get into that space with them. But I can be the same day, not that that's the case, but I could be with another person and I don't need lube at all. So sometimes it's about who you're with and how you're showing up.
Wait, I just realized you just said in the same day.
I said not in the same day. Not in the same day.
In the same day.
But
not that I'm doing that. Okay, go ahead.
But in the mind space, right? You're in the same mind space.
I got
maybe
you're saying different people.
Yeah. So if you live that lifestyle or whatever, sometimes you can realize like, oh, wait a minute, I'm totally open and free, which makes my body more responsive, right? Because it's about your body response. Our brain controls that, you know, as we get older. Your sensitivity to touch, knowing what you like is a huge thing, and knowing that things change. Like years ago when I was younger, maybe I liked a lot of, I don't know, foot play. I don't know, making it up, right? And now that I've gotten older, I really don't want you touching my feet. Maybe because I'm self-conscious about something, which is another thing that happens a lot. Right. And I don't want you touching my feet. So let's just do something else, right? So knowing what you really like. Do you like somebody to caress your nipples? Do you like somebody to kiss on your neck? What do you like? And sometimes you don't know that unless you spend some time with yourself, or you're able to unpack it with somebody you're with. When you're with yourself, you know, to me, that's an easy thing, but I know a lot of times it's hard for people to get into a space of self-pleasure. But you got to know your body before you can expect somebody else to know your body.
Right.
Especially in this space, because we change. We know our hormones are like up, down, up, down, up, down all of the time. But you can balance that out with how you eat and drink, and what you put into your body can help balance that out as well. The mind space. So one of the things about the mind space, like preparing for your partner, I would say again for the same space for you, because we're mind people, we're thought people as women. And when you start to think about it and put it in your mindset that, oh, this is about to happen, right? We're about to do this, we're about to do that. You start to get aroused naturally. Like you start to get excited. When you think about a date that you have maybe on Friday or Saturday with a partner, and you're going out, you get excited about going to a concert. Like, ooh, what am I going to wear? And you start thinking about that type of stuff. It's the same thing. You get excited about what you're about to do, right? Prep yourself and give yourself space, because hormonally we actually take longer sometimes to get aroused. It's just how we are. Where men can usually just like bing most of the time.
What they do?
Bing.
Okay.
So give yourself space to get aroused. Give yourself space to get excited. You know, think about something that you did before. Put yourself in a mood. If you really don't know how to get in the mood with your partner, if you don't know what makes you happy, if it's roses, go buy yourself some flowers. If it's a special outfit that you have on, put that special outfit on for you before you do it for somebody else. Because when you build yourself up, you're definitely more alluring to your partner. Did that help in that sense?
Did that help you guys? Did you guys get that? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. It's good.
Okay. Because I want you to be happy. I want you to have that juicy juice, right? That mojo, that good.
She wants you to keep it juicy.
I want you to keep it juicy. Because when you keep it juicy, especially at this age, it does give you more energy. It makes you vibrant. It gives you that little special sauce sometimes. And it's not always about the penetration part, but it's about the process and opening yourself up, being vulnerable in special places. Yeah.
You guys have any questions for Mistress Angela?
You're
Please
so quiet.
message her at the Wifey Life Tribe. You can also send a comment and she will get it and respond to you. You respond to people?
I always respond.
Last words.
You last words.
I don't have nothing.
You don't have anything.
I think I got an attitude today.
Why do you have an attitude
I
today?
think, you know what I
Do you
think
need
it
to get
is?
some?
No. I think it's, you know I love football.
Yes.
Yesterday, I saw like lots of advertisements for, this is so off topic. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to figure out where I'm in it. You know, summer's my favorite season. And I love football. So I'm in a quandary every year because I love football. I love that it's coming. But then I know that it means that the summer's over. So I'm like this.
So you got an attitude because of that?
I got an attitude. I saw a commercial before you came, and I was like, why y'all showing this game? September 5th, what? Yeah. I was like,
I saw the schedule. You know, I got my alerts on my email about the football schedules when they came out earlier, and I was like, ooh.
I don't want to get off the subject. First of all, that was awesome.
Thank you.
That was awesome information. I hope you guys thought so. And we'd love to hear your comments.
Absolutely.
We'd love for you to like, click, share. Please, just one person. Just share with one person. And when you share that one person, ask them to share with another person. The trickle-down effect can be amazing. And please subscribe so we can grow
exponentially.
Yeah, I think it might be the wine on an empty stomach too. Not sure.
So no, when you have your romantic evening, make sure you have food available. If you're drinking, or if you're doing, herbal substance, please make sure you have snacks and foods if you're drinking or doing anything like that. Facts on both sides.
And just keep it juicy. And don't forget, don't let aging dictate the way you get older.
Facts.
Love you.